LinkedIn is the best site for getting the jobs. So in the 1 month of front-end developer interview preparation, whatever you are doing, connect with as many HRs as possible. My advice: at least 500 to 1000 HRs on LinkedIn of all the potential company that you want to work for. But now more than 50 to 60% of JavaScript developers are not using JavaScript itself. They are all writing the code in TypeScript. And TypeScript again is not a brand new language. It's just a superset of JavaScript. Every valid JavaScript is a valid TypeScript. Welcome back to Uncommon Geeks. Myself, Vasanth. I hope you all doing well. In case if you're seeing me first time on the internet, I'm a content creator. I help people to clear their interview. I made a lot of series in the past, which has been appreciated by many on the interview preparation. And in case if you're someone who's seriously preparing for the interview, please go and check those videos. Link to those series will be somewhere on the screen, also in the description section. A lot of candidates have cleared the interview by watching my series. I think it will help you guys also. Now, without wasting further time, let's get started with the topic of the day, that is how to become front-end developer in 2023. Okay, it's one of the most demanded video in my YouTube channel. A lot of people have asked me this personally. Okay, there are multiple aspects to this. To start off with, first, the junior developer who is having 6 months to 1 year of experience, who is still not figuring out what is the right path to become a front-end developer, or candidates who are in pre-final year and final year and want to pursue front-end development as their career, or people who are having 4-5 years of overall IT industry experience and they want to get into front-end development and how to learn the front-end development. I'm going to cover step by step what is front-end development, how to become a front-end developer, which framework to choose, Angular, Vue, React, what is good for you, in just 30 days. Okay, in just a matter of 30 days, if you work 6 to 8 hours every day, how you can learn the front-end development and will be eligible for applying for the jobs. I'm going to explain step by step. Stay tuned with me till the end. Definitely this video is going to make you a good front-end developer. Okay, now first thing first, lot of people want to become front-end developer by learning certain frameworks like React, Vue and Angular, and that is not the way to get started with the front-end development. Okay, because front-end development is basically means building the web application, or to an extent building the mobile applications also. So this doesn't require directly the framework skills. There are fundamental skills like React.js, Angular.js, Vue.js. They're all built on top of the JavaScript framework. Correct. So first thing that you need to know before becoming a front-end developer are HTML, CSS, JavaScript and TypeScript. Okay, that's your roadmap. I've already made one video on how to become React.js developer. If you already made your mind to become a React.js developer in 30 days, you can watch that video. Link to that video is also on the screen, also in the description section. Okay, now, so first thing first, you need to learn the basics of HTML and CSS. So Vasanth, what is HTML and CSS? I don't know anything about web development. So for you, HTML is basically hypertext markup language. All the things that you see on the web, anything that you can see on the UI, all of that is built using the basics of HTML. And CSS is something that is used to style them. So HTML gives a basic button. With help of CSS, you can color it, you can give a border radius, you can change the color of, you can change the font of the text on the button. All of that can be done in the CSS3. So CSS3 is a cascading style sheet which is used to style the HTML components. Okay, and this is one of the easiest thing to learn. HTML and CSS is one of the very easiest thing to learn. Very difficult to master. Many think HTML and CSS are very easy, we can master. It doesn't work that way, but you can easily learn HTML and CSS with a matter of week, the basics basically. Okay, now after I say this, Vasanth, what is the right resources to learn? Okay, one thing, all the aspects that I discuss in this particular video, the materials for you to prepare, all of that I'm going to put in a document, and that I'll link the document in my GitHub and add it in the description section. You don't have to note down anything while watching the video. Watch the video calmly. Okay, now to learn HTML and CSS, the best material that I would advise you to check is mozilla.org and the W3 schools. Okay, so if I go to their website, I'll also quickly navigate you to help you easily. So the quickest way is go to mozilla.org en/us if you can read English. Okay, then you can just click on the references and you'll see HTML, CSS and the JavaScript. To start off with, click on HTML and CSS. Okay, learn basics of HTML by reading it. Though reading may take a little while, but my humble request is have a practice of reading. Reading will make you a better learner compared to watching the videos. So my first advice is try to read before checking out and watching the videos. Okay, so after you learn HTML and CSS by checking out developer.mozilla.org and the W3 school, another thing is everyone again cannot read. I get the fact. Okay, my advice for such guys who cannot read very much in detail, so you want to watch some videos, my advice is you can just watch one entire HTML tutorial for beginner crash course by the Programming with Mosh. Okay, excellent tutor, lot of YouTube videos he has made. I have also watched this series, and you can specifically watch this series, and definitely you learn a lot of things about the HTML by watching these videos. And another series that I would recommend is a New Boston. So New Boston is little old school kind of. I learned web development by watching the New Boston. If you're someone who hasn't watched the particular series, please check them out. It's a little old, but lot of information content is there in that channel also. Okay, so these are the two channels and the two websites that I would highly recommend for you to watch. So specialty of W3 School, if you're someone who is very new, actually you can learn by coding yourself. It's not just a reading. Okay, let's say you are in this, click on try it yourself, and you can go and change the code and run. Like say from 1 I'm making it to 10 and try run. You see this reflex. So it's very intuitive way of learning for absolutely free of cost. Okay, now what is the next thing that I want to tell you? So now, Vasanth, I know HTML and CSS learning. How much time I need to spend on this? My advice is just spend 1 week. Out of 30 days that I said, just spend 1 week on learning the HTML and the CSS. Okay, now what is next? Next and very important thing is learning the JavaScript. Okay, unlike other programming languages, JavaScript is a language which is not that straightforward to learn. Okay, there are a lot of aspects of JavaScript which you need to understand very much in depth to face an interview or to understand the concepts in depth. Okay, so my advice again for learning the JavaScript is W3 School and the Mozilla.org. At least for JavaScript part, please read Mozilla.org to a decent extent. Okay, if not completely, to a decent extent read Mozilla.org, because that's a single source of truth, and all the information that you need regarding the JavaScript you will get in the Mozilla.org. And after you read basics of JavaScript from Mozilla.org and learn it, so the best places for you to watch the videos, again I would advise go ahead and check out the Programming with Mosh YouTube channel. Okay, there also he also explained very neat, clean the entire JavaScript aspects. You don't have to spend a lot of time on learning the basics of if loop, if for, while they're all quite same as any other languages. Spend time on understanding the core concepts of JavaScript like closure, hoisting, currying. Okay, and what is this in JavaScript? These are quite intrinsic to JavaScript, and you cannot learn just by knowing other language. Spend more time on them. Okay, and another thing, after you know all this, you want to test your skill. Are you really master of JavaScript or not? That's where my channel comes into picture. That is Uncommon Geeks. Okay, so in case if you're already not subscribed to my channel Uncommon Geeks, my simple request, please subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon before continue watching the video. I have a lot of videos, more than 100 videos in my channel specifically to make you expert in interview and front-end interview preparation. Okay, so now you can come to my Uncommon Geeks channel, and I have a 30+ video series here. Okay, front-end developer interview using JavaScript. Please watch this series where I'll explain one concept in depth and I'll ask all the common interview questions in that particular topic. So this is like a brain teaser for you after learning the concept. Are you really able to convert the topics, whatever you have read, into the application that you're going to learn by watching my series? Okay, how much time to spend on this, Vasanth? HTML and CSS, you already said 1 week. How much time to spend on JavaScript? My advice is don't spend 1 week, at least spend 10 days in JavaScript, because JavaScript is not that easy language to understand. I want you to learn JavaScript to in depth. Okay, now Vasanth, we have learned HTML, CSS and JavaScript to a very basic extent. What next? Next is spend 2 to 3 days on learning the TypeScript. Okay, I said this in my last video where I said how to become React.js developer also. TypeScript has become very relevant. Like I mentioned, if I made this video 2 years back, I wouldn't include a TypeScript, but now more than 50 to 60% of JavaScript developers are not using JavaScript itself. They are all writing the code in TypeScript. And TypeScript again is not a brand new language. It's just a superset of JavaScript. Every valid JavaScript is a valid TypeScript too. Okay, so learn little basics of TypeScript. I would advise go ahead and check out the official documentations, that is TypeScript.lang.org and W3 schools. They should be good enough to spend just 2 to 3 days to get the basics of TypeScript. Even if you directly get into TypeScript project without knowing TypeScript also, you can still adapt to it. So you don't have to spend a lot of time on learning TypeScript, but learn the basics. Okay, next very important topic that comes to everybody's mind is which framework to choose. So JavaScript has so many frameworks that can offer you a job. Angular, Vue, React are the top 3 currently, but there are so many other frameworks also. Okay, let me get this straight. Whole purpose of learning front-end development is to get a job, then learn React. Okay, whole purpose of your learning front-end development is to become master of web, to build your own framework, something like you are core technical and don't want to learn something just for the job. Then I advise learn all the 3. Okay, but I believe most of my audience, at least more than 90% of the audience, you are learning the web just to secure a job. My simple advice is learn React. Okay, why I'm saying so? Lot of openings are there in the React JS compared to the Angular and the Vue. Okay, and a lot of information regarding the interview preparation, and whenever you're stuck in somewhere in middle to get a solution, all those informations are more available on React compared to Angular and the Vue. Okay, but if you're someone who is from the C# background, okay, you already know C#, lot of C# project actually tied with the Angular. In that case, you can also learn the Angular. If you are not from any other background, just want to learn the front end development, my simple advice is learn React.js. Okay, how to learn React.js in 30 days. That video I made one video which just around 15 minutes. Link to that video I'll put on the screen, also in description section. Go ahead and check them out. Okay, in fact, you don't even need 30 days if you already mastered HTML CSS. Next 15 days you'll be able to learn React.js also. Please check that, how to learn the React.js as the entire framework. I've linked all the materials required to learn React.js. Okay, now, so you front-end development is not just building the buttons and text. There is also another very important aspect called system design. Okay, so what is system design? Let me give just a couple of examples so that your brain gets intrigued. So let's say you are watching my video on YouTube currently. So many people are commenting, correct? And whenever you scroll to the end, and there could be a lot of people who have commented, and YouTube will fetch next set of comments and append it to the existing list. Correct. So whenever it is appended to the existing list, the already comments which are on top might have been updated. Will YouTube update it? And if not, it's not just the comment, the replies might also been updated. Will the YouTube append it? Or if you're watching a live streaming of YouTube video, hundreds of comments will flow in for every second. How will the YouTube client side get that particular comments and load it on the screen? There's so many interesting questions on the front end as a system design you need to know. Okay, so my advice is don't spend too much time on system design if you're just becoming a front end developer. Okay, if you're already an experienced like 1 to 2 year and want to master the front end, then learn the system design. If you're absolute fresher, my simple advice is watch one video every day. Watch one video every week. Okay, so which are the 2 YouTube channels that I highly recommend? First thing is the Engineering with Chirag. Okay, this is my favorite channel, all-time favorite. So he has made wonderful content about the front-end system design. So you can check this out. Front-end system design, check the system design. Chirag Goyal, a Microsoft engineer, very experienced engineer. Okay, please watch his videos. He has made a very wonderful videos on the system design. Next, I would advise is watch my series. So front-end system design by Vasanth Bhat. So I've made more than more 6+ videos where I've explored very interesting systems like YouTube, Google Docs, and Book My Show, and many other topics inside system design. All the questions that I asked with respect to YouTube were answered in my YouTube system design. I'll link the video on screen in the description section. Please watch the video if you're not already seen. So every week watch one particular video of the system design just to understand the intricacies of the front-end development. Okay, now let's get back to the 30 days period that I mentioned you. So first 1 week, basics of HTML and CSS. Next 10 days, basics of JavaScript. Next 3 days, basics of TypeScript. 2 to 3 days. Last 10 days, purely dedicate for learning the framework. My advice, if you're purely looking from the job point of view, learn React.js for the next 10 days. And after the next 10 days, you should start applying for the jobs because you've already mastered certain things. Even whenever you're learning the React, just make a lot of projects, put in GitHub repository so that you can showcase in the interview. Okay. Now, Vasanth, everything is done. I learned and I know to decent extent of the front-end development. I need a job now. That's the whole reason I'm watching the entire video. I'll tell what is the easiest way to get a jobs, which are sites that you need to go through. Okay. So first thing, if you are somebody who is absolute beginner, you don't have any experience in the industry and want to get into a job. Okay. And if you're in the final year, my recommendation is go for the Internshala. Okay, Internshala is a website that is dedicated for getting the internship. There'll be both paid and unpaid. So if you are someone who want to get into internships first, then my advice is check out on Internshala. Okay. No, Vasanth, I have already close to 6 months to 1 year experience. I can call myself a junior developer. Where I can find a job? My advice is look out in Hirist and the AngelList. Okay, AngelList is a website that's specifically dedicated for all the startup needs. So I would highly advise check out on AngelList and Hirist.com if you're a junior developer. Okay, Vasanth, I'm actually from a premium company. Like I work for Google, Microsoft, etc., but not in the IT domain like DevOps, QA. I want to get into front-end development. Then the best website that I would recommend for you is InstaHire. Okay, a lot of premium hiring happens in the InstaHire. If you're already part of a premium company, it's very easy to get in and get shortlisted in this particular website. Now, Vasanth, I'm like more like generic. I can't fit into any this particular category. Then your all-time favorite for you will be Naukri and the Monster. Okay, just go through these 2 particular websites, apply as many as openings as possible. Okay, and mention all the project that you made in company if you already made. If not, all the clones that you have already made, add those clones and whatever the clone contains and the GitHub URL as well, so that the recruiter or the company engineers can go and check them out. And one last website which is all-time favorite of mine is LinkedIn. Okay, I have now around 15.5k followers on LinkedIn. When you watch, it might have been increased already. Okay, so where I write very actively on LinkedIn. In case if you're not followed me on LinkedIn, please follow me. And if you have any personal question that you cannot put in a comment section, you can ask me there. Okay, LinkedIn is the best site for getting the jobs. So in the 1 month of front-end developer interview preparation, whatever you are doing, connect with as many HRs as possible. My advice, at least 500 to 1000 HRs on LinkedIn of all the potential company that you want to work for. Like, let's say you want to work for product companies, find all the HRs of product company and get connected with them. And if you want somebody who want to work for a service company, get all the HRs of the service company that you want to work, connect with them. Don't send just a connection request, add a note. In LinkedIn website, whenever you're sending a connection request, you have an option to add a note. Add a note and say why you want to connect with them. Like, I have so and so experience, I want to get into your org. 9 out of 10 may not accept your request, at least one will accept, and that should be enough for you to get a job. So utilize LinkedIn very well in the entire job search process. Okay, now this is all I wanted to say. If you're absolutely zero in the front end development and want to start with the front end development, these are all the paths that you need to follow. In case if you have any doubts, please mention that in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer. And if it's a very important topic and cannot be answered in couple of lines, I'll try to make a separate video and let you know. Okay, thank you so much for watching. In case if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon. More such interesting content will be coming in my channel in the upcoming days. And all the information that I shown, including the presentation, will be put into a document in my GitHub, and I'll be linking that in the description. You can check them out and start my GitHub project whenever you are doing so. And follow me on Medium. I write actively on Medium, and follow me on LinkedIn as well. I write actively on LinkedIn too. Okay, and thank you so much for watching. Catch you in next video.